Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We're here on my bed with Gemini. Stop it. Mess up your own blanket, you crazy critter. But, okay, so we're here with Gemini because I've been getting a few questions about how to take care of a pregnant rabbit. She's very pregnant. She's due in just a few days, though by the time I get around to posting this video, maybe she will already have. Where are you going? Okay, my rabbit's leaving. But, maybe by the time I get around to posting this video, she'll actually have had her babies. She's not actually due for another 4 days, but she's quite excited right now because she's starting to exhibit nesting behavior. But I've been asked, how do you look after a pregnant bunny? Also, why is she on my bed? Okay, she's on my bed because that's basically where she lives. That's where she's going to build her nest and likely where she's going to have her babies. I will move the babies after she's had them. But she tends to have them without fail right on my bed. There's nothing much I could do about that. It's just the way it is. Anyway, how do you look after a pregnant bun? You let them scratch up blankets to their heart's content. Come forward a little more into the camera, sweetheart. Hey, come here. Into the camera. Anyway, so how do you look after a pregnant bun? It's not difficult. They don't require a lot of different care. You might want to increase their food. Now, for Gemini, she's actually a fairly little bun. Okay, I know she's a Holland Lop, so she's small anyway. But she looks like she's quite wide, and she's kind of wide right now just because she's pregnant. But she actually has a lot of fur. So she has so much fur, she looks way bigger than she actually is. Okay, she is actually quite a tiny girl. Quite a tiny little girl. Let's see if we can get you better in frame there, baby. Aha. But she's actually quite a tiny little girl. So she gets extra food when she's pregnant, mostly because she's little anyway. She needs the extra calories. If your female, your doe, your pregnant doe, has a problem with weight, so if she tends to be a little bit overweight, you may not increase the food at all. It's really situation specific. So for Loki outside, who we will discuss a different day because they're driving us nuts out there, but Loki, she doesn't get an increase in food because she doesn't need it. She is fairly curvy, we'll say. Anyway, Gemini's not really curvy. She's quite thin. Normally, she just is. So she gets an increase in pellets. Whether you increase pellets or not will depend on the particular rabbit. So, judgment call. Unlimited access to hay continues when they're pregnant. Always make sure they have fresh water. Fresh, clean water. Very important that the water is fresh and clean. Okay, that's your basic stuff. But what else do you do with a pregnant rabbit? A lot of people will tell you to just leave them alone. I don't do that. And the reason I don't do that is because I need to be able to handle her babies after she has them. She tends to have them on my bed, right between those pillows. Okay, she goes over to those pillows, she makes a nest in there, makes a big mess, and has her babies. She always has more than one. So I have to move them after, and I have a specific spot that I do move them to. She has what I call a brooder box, and I move the babies into there. She visits them twice a day to feed them, but I don't let them stay on my bed. But she does have them on my bed, so I need to be able to handle this girl. If you want to be able to handle your rabbit and handle her babies, you need to be able to handle her when she's pregnant. If you can't handle her now, you will not be able to handle her once those babies are born. She might be protective, she might be partially aggressive. Like, I don't have a problem with Gemini. I can stick my fingers right. Oh, yeah, you like that. She really likes when I rub her face. So, you want to make sure you can handle your bun. That means lots of love and attention, lots of touching. So you'll notice I'm stroking her, I'm rubbing her face because she loves that. Yes, you do. Like, oh yeah, just right there. Good bunny. Rubbing her between the eyes here. She likes this. Not every rabbit likes the same thing, but she'll fall asleep if I stroke between her eyes long enough. Okay, she'll just fall asleep. She's loafing. This is her blanket, by the way. That's why it's got so many holes. She likes to make holes. But if I give her her own blanket, a nice blanket, this is not a junky blanket. This is actually a really nice, expensive blanket. But she gets her own expensive blanket to rip up so she doesn't destroy my bed. Because she lives practically on my bed. Yes, you're a good girl. So we do a lot of touching. We touch her feet. So she's got a little foot here. Touch her feet, rub her chin, stroke her ears. Lots of attention, lots of treats, lots of affection. Because if she doesn't love me now, she is not going to love me when those babies come. Hi, okay, I wasn't done petting. Okay, I'll keep petting. That's what she wants right now. So when your female is pregnant, increase her pellets if you need to. You may not need to. Ooh, staticky. Static bunny. But you also want lots and lots of cuddles. You want to make sure that she's happy with you, that she's comfortable with you, that you can handle her frequently because you're going to need to. You're going to need to check on her. You're going to need to check on the babies. You're such a good girl. Yeah, good bunny. If you are at all nervous with her, she's going to pick up on that. So you want to treat your bunny well. Make sure she gets lots of exercise. So she's free roam. The last couple of days, she's pretty much camped out in this spot on the bed because she is feeling like she's coming to the end of her pregnancy. So other than going for her food and her litter box, she's really not going to move too much from this spot. That's because she knows that it's going to be time to have baby soon. Yes, that was Capricorn baby. He's on the other side of the door. So she's getting ready. But during their pregnancy, you want to make sure they get lots of exercise. So you want to make sure they can free roam or that you have nice large X pen, whatever, something. So she's gotten plenty of exercise, but now she's kind of in her wind down time. So that's basically how you look after a pregnant bun. Lots of fresh water. You want an increase of pellets, maybe. Not every doe needs more pellets. She does because she tends to be a little one. Like, yeah, right now you can't really see, but she's out to here right now, so I'm expecting a sizable litter. Usually, she's like this. Usually, she's very, very streamlined. But she's... Wow, you're humongous. Yeah, she's humongous right now. That's how big she is. It's kind of crazy. She's a big, big girl. I'll get a shot from above. This is a big, big girl. She's usually quite skinny if you've seen her in other videos. She's not this big. So she's quite ready to have her babes. And that's okay. It's time. Good time for her. There we go. Early March babies. That'll be perfect. Perfect timing for her. Yes, perfect timing. So lots of touching, lots of care, lots of, trim her nails, check her teeth, do all the care things that you normally do with your rabbit because you're going to have to do them after she has babies anyway. So you're going to want to make sure that your rabbit can be very comfortable with you after she kindles. It's really important. She's going to kindle. She's going to need you to be calm, to be able to handle her, to be able to help her if she needs it. You might have to feed a kit. You don't know yet. So you need to be able to handle her and her babies. Start early. Hopefully, you've been handling her entire life. Like Gemini, I've been handling her since she was 7 weeks old, I guess she was, when I first got her, because I did not breed her. I purchased her. So she was about 7 weeks old when I got her. And I've been handling her daily, snuggling her up, and she's been sleeping in this bed since she was about 12 weeks old. So I'm not going to have a problem handling her or her babies after she kindles. Probably she'll kindle sometime this weekend. March 3rd, March 4th, I'm expecting somewhere in there. So I won't have a problem handling her. You want to make sure you won't have a problem handling your doe after she kindles and touching the babies if you need to. Because you probably will need to. You're going to have to check to make sure they're eating. You're going to have to check to make sure everyone's healthy. You're going to have to check the next nest box just in case someone's passed away, which would be tragic, but it does happen. So you do need to be hands-on with your pregnant does so you can be hands-on after they kindle. So she is doing fantastic. She is 27 days pregnant today. I'm not sure what day I'm uploading this video, but at the time of this filming, she's 27 days pregnant. And tomorrow will be day 28. And that's when I'll film how we get ready for her to have her babies. Even though she's going to have her babies in there, that's where she's going to have her babies. But I still need to set up her brooder box because I will move them after she's done kindling. She's fine if I move them. I'll show you that as well. All right? So that's about it for us here at Andersen Acres. Look after your pregnant does. They need it, and it'll benefit you and them in the long run. We'll see you tomorrow.